Hello and welcome. Today I wanted to demonstrate my house while also demonstrating a challenge that I had cooked up for said house. World of Warcraft housing has been available for a few months now, and I've been treating it as a thing to do while waiting for other things. When the preseason was out, I was basically using this as the content I was doing while waiting for the content I usually do. Now it's just something I do instead of spinning in circles in whatever capital city we have. But I got pretty into it, and the question of how do I convince people to visit my needed was a question that I needed to answer. So I decided to make some challenges for my guild. Partly because I wanted to get people enchants, but also because I wanted to lure people to the lure them into the clown house that I made. What do enchants have to do with it? That was the enticement. The challenge for this one is simple. If you can find the smug room, that's the name of this character, I will buy your character, or I will buy you an enchant, or make you an enchant. It worked. I got our raid has a few more enchants, and I frustrated a few people. So this video is documenting how the house currently is, while also the challenge for you, the viewer, is can you figure out where the smug room is as I do this house warming of sorts. Before we start, also just a warning toward using the paints. Seems like it doesn't always load. Not sure what that's about. But welcome to my house. This I've sort of come to the realization that this is not the same genre as a lot of other people who are just like making neat and precise things. I am a mix of good enough for government work ethic plus abstract art. My mission statement seems to be fantasy physics, or fantasy world, fantasy physics, which is why we are clipping into the house. And that is the primary means of getting in here. I've been told that you can actually somehow touch this door through the roof. But you know what? More power to you. I made a impromptu PvP battleground where you could have someone just lying in wait to move any of these bookshelves, and that's sort of how I like it. If you've watched my other videos, you might recognize recognize the house to an extent. I don't think there's very many of you, so I don't know if that's a huge concern, but we'll see. Nothing too crazy here. I mean, I think the garbage staircase is innovative, but this is where I think it truly begins. So here we have the jump puzzle room. This is one of my older rooms. I've remade it a few times. You'd be surprised, there are several hidden rooms connected to this one. I'm going to start with this one over here. You jump on the paintings, and you jump on this hidden ledge. Let's see if I can do it properly before I give up and go with the Demon Hunter one. Approach. This bench is somewhat problematic, actually. Now, I know people make it up here, so... There we go. Be shameful if I couldn't do my own puzzles. So let me demonstrate one of the bread and butter aspects of this house. Clipping. You can use chairs to clip through walls. One thing to note, though, is once you're out of bounds, there is a good chance you get sent back to the start. I've been mitigating that by simply just having out-of-bounds paths to roofs, which are generally safe, as long as you don't jump. But for example, this over here was a relic of when I wanted to just treat this as a second room. If I were to jump on this, there is a 50% chance or so that I'm going to be sent back to the start. Similarly, if I try to use these platforms I made for that purpose too, 100% chance I'm getting sent back. Now you might be wondering, what the hell is this? What is this giant pillar? I'm going to give you a few seconds to guess. If you're familiar with housing, you might have a good understanding. If not, you're just like, just hurry up. Well, the answer is this is one of the environmental rooms from the outside. This is the cloud one, but the night one is also the same. This room was inspired by the idea of the gazebos are goddamn huge. I just decided, I thought it'd be really funny to just make a staircase out of them. Got a little hidden chandelier here, but overall I feel like this room could... Oh, also, as you can see from the outside, these environmental rooms are a whole lot bigger than you think they are. Which is part of the reason why I use the gazebo, which is one of the largest items I know of, to demonstrate that. I'm pretty sure every house at this point has a prey trophy room, and this is mine. I'm actually rather proud of it because I think this is one of the coolest ways to make use of it. Because as you can see, they're just like sitting ominously slightly outside of the spell effects. But as demonstrated before, we are using portal technology here. So you can see how it properly is. This is also just how I got built. And this is close to the top, as you can see. We'll probably be seeing a demonstration of going out of bounds as I cross these gazebos. Truth be told, I feel like this room could use something, but I'm not sure what yet. I'm rather fond of it. Let's see if I can make it back without getting sent to the Shadow Realm. Honestly, pretty lucky so far. There we go. That's gonna happen once or twice. Do you think the hidden room is connected to that area? Unfortunately, I don't know if it's really worth doing the comments because there's going to be the answer at the end, but either way. So here we have the jump puzzle. I'm sure some of you are familiar with the lava orb from the Shaman class hall. I'm not sure if many of you are aware that these have collision and are actually pretty decent as far as a object to form a jump puzzle around. This is a pretty early one, so I have two paths. I have the rooftop access path and the path to the next room. That has been one of the biggest staples of this house. I even have the vestigial old jump puzzle, that this room used to have that has currently been cucked by the by this. And I honestly should think about just removing this, but I like it for its historical value. So let's head to the roof. I've actually done a bit of work on this house in since the last time I've done this. The big thing being that I am now trying to implement entry and exit chairs. So here we have this roof room, one of the first. This is where I ended up putting the Hearthlight armory, however you say it, when I first got it, because I thought it was really cool to be able to mess with it from the outside. And I haven't changed my opinion on that matter. This area has definitely gotten quite cluttered with the gazebos, the trees. I also just have random floating gazebos because look how goddamn huge that thing is. Crazy. But yeah, if you're ever curious what the skybox looked like, it does change a bit when you mess with when you use the arm arrow. The arm. I'm not. I have this path. It's old. But it's liable to get me sent back to the Shadow Realm. So let's see if I can find the exit chair. Also got bonus gazebo. Walking on it will send me back. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it was you. There we are. And we use this chair to get back into the room. Incidentally, being a demon hunter makes a lot of this stuff. I do try to make sure that everyone can access these rooms, and I take some pains to do so. But at the same time, I do. I conveniently made a demon hunter, and that has helped me a lot with making this house. So we have a little hallway here. But you might have noticed this wall is added after. And if you look closely, we have a bench right here that moves us into a hidden room. This is one of the OG hidden rooms. I'm going to be saying that at least for the next 3 or 4. Because I just have that many hidden rooms in this house. But this one's been revamped a bit. It used to be like a hidden bedroom. Now it is the Havoc room. I have a little fake computer thing. And more importantly, I have the original exit to this house. I don't think I demonstrated it. I will probably do so next time I get ported. But this house's exit at the start is a fake one. I have several exits in the house, and this one I'm actually rather proud of. There's one in the ceiling, hidden inside this pool of fell on the ceiling. Used to be that it was just like in plain sight if you just looked up, which was also fun. But I think the fell portal is a nice touch. Sorry about the camera angles. It gets like that. Okay, and this one's exit is pretty simple. We get the roof-side access. Can still access the front door even through the fell portal on this side, funnily enough. I'm going to be careful not to jump. And over here, we have a tactically placed footstool that will allow us to just walk back in. If you didn't know better, you probably wouldn't even notice it because it's camouflaged. And now we move over here. I'm going to give you a second to guess how many hidden rooms are connected to this room and where. Okay, so let's count them out. 1, of course. 2. 3, just kidding. I think this is the real fake out. Also, I'm just gonna spoil it. There's a secret room here, but this portal is an exit rather than an entrance. So 3, 4. Incidentally, this one, once again, one of the OG secret rooms. This is when I was first experimenting with roofside technology, out of bounds technology, and I realized you could put artificial walls around the edges and basically make a de facto extra room. But the out of bounds area is always kind of messy. I always have complaints about, hey, I got teleported to the start, and all I can say is, yeah, that's because I'm working with material I probably shouldn't be. But at the same time, it's too fun not to. As you can see, I have vestigial pathways. Spoiler alert for this room. That was going to be exciting to see. But I also have a tactically placed chair to send me... let's see, there's a tactically placed chair somewhere that sends me back. I don't actually visit this area all that much, so let's see if I can find it. It's not under the wagon, is it? No, I don't think so. Where did I end up putting it? Well, this is embarrassing. Did I need to move it? I know for a fact I put one in. Okay, well. Time for a demonstration. Hollow bench. Easiest way to do this is to make sure that it's as large as possible. Basically have it almost clipping out. And there we go. Where the hell did I put it? Or did I get rid of it? Could have sworn I had one. Well, for now, this hollow bench will just be there. I will update that later. So you've seen 4 hidden rooms. 5. There are 5 hidden rooms connected to that room. This is my wholesome little kitchen area. A lot of the rooms in this house are trolling and puzzles, but this one is mostly theme, except for the part where you have the hidden rug. You probably noticed it. That ceiling's fake. We are once again in OG hidden room zone from when I first made this house. I'd say this room's gotten a little bit classier over time. And you have to clip through the door, which sends you back here. Since this is the first time we've come back in a while. Fake entrance. One of the first things I did when I made this house was see if I could do that. Let's get back to where we started. Now, of the hidden rooms that in that little hub there, which way do you think you need to go to find the smug room? Do you think we've passed it at this point? Feel free to comment, but once again, the answer will be at the end of the video. So here we are. I'm actually rather proud of this room. This one is form and function. I'm very fond of these of this fountain. You can get it from doing Nighthold. It drops off the 4th boss for some reason. And it drops off of every difficulty, so per character per week you can get 4. And these things are pretty useful. at max size, you can actually turn them into an impromptu ramp, which is, I think, really cool. But do keep in mind there's some collision issues. I have these rocks here because this area gets stuttery. And just trying to interact with this orb, it can get kind of messy. I try to make it so that you can just walk through without issue, though, but every once in a while it still stutters. So here we are. Got some collision here, collision issues here. It's especially bad on the underside because this is just another one of those fountains completely upside down, which I think looks really damn cool, and I'll hear nothing against it. Also, you'll note that all the walls are boulders. Like, I painstakingly went and bought a ton of boulders and made it so that every surface of this room is caved. I stole this idea wholesale from someone else in my guild, so I won't even pretend that it's an original one, but it's my original work. Idea completely borrowed, but I think that's fine. So here we are, roof side access, pretty cool, pretty cool. There's this takes us back to the previous room, but we're not coming back that way. Over here we have our second environmental room. The environmental rooms are all recent additions. I think it's when I got to level 7 and 8 that I started adding these. But this area is pretty good theming, but at the same time, unlike the gazebo room, this area is more fleshed out in terms of stuff. Also, second exit to the house, hidden in the walls. If you're one of the few people who've been watching my videos, you might recognize the trees. That used to be the outside of my house. I used to just have like a house made of just 50 different elwyn trees initially as an air trap because I thought it was funny. But now we just have them over here in this cloud room. Oops, spoiler alert. But here we have an extra room made entirely within this area. And here is the obligatory bathroom, because every house needs to have one. It seems a lot of houses seem to have one. And a few of the ideas are still in wholesale, but some of them are all me. For example, I have the incredibly rare uncrowned toothbrush holder. Not really a toothbrush, but you can't tell because you always see the handle. Oh, that's pipe is a problem. 1 second, let me fix that. Sorry, I'll end up doing this like several more times throughout that pipe is it's new tech. There we go. This toilet is completely stolen tech, but I like it, so I'm using it. I didn't see no pattern. Over here, this bath is actually 100% all me. Occasionally it happens. This is entirely because I've been playing a Devour Demon Hunter all expansion, so I've been trying to make some voidy stuff. I think the void bath is pretty good flavor. One downside, though, is the netherlight crucibles that I use to make this. The particle effect has its own goddamn collision, so it was a pain in the ass trying to make it so that you could enter the bath while having the netherlight crucibles looking cool. I could have just made the bath inaccessible and put those in a place where it was much easier to see what was going on, but I believe the current compromise works out nicely. It feels like I've been using the wine bottles so much that my character is going to canonically be an alcoholic. Suffer with me. I know how this area goes, so I could probably just navigate, but the trees are definitely some part of an issue. We have the bench to clip out of bounds. As you can see, you have like several bubbles here. It's kind of interesting to see. Now, you're about to see some shit. Because over here, we have a hidden passage. Because I like making those. And we have ourselves a hidden little tree house. This area is still a work in progress. One thing that I've noticed is the Wern device, for some reason, only has collision up from the top. If you look at it from behind, it's see-through, and you can walk through it. This makes it an excellent trap, and that's why this is a work in progress, because I still haven't gotten it so that I don't occasionally get stuck in here. Let's move this one just a tad, because I need space. Okay, which one am I getting stuck on? Because the initial mission statement of this room, I wanted to have I wanted to make this all encompassing. There we go. And I wanted to make it so that you could just, like, travel up by clipping through these. But I think what I'm gonna do for this one, I think we'll just do it like this. So move this, move that, you clip through this one, you jump, you jump. There we go. And let me just light all these up because I think it looks really cool. And that was the main reason why I even have this thing set up in the first place. And this gives me roof-side access to this. I haven't done anything with this, but I'm planning to. If you have any ideas or want to see me do something with this, by all means, leave a comment. This is the most recent secret room I've made. But the big thing, or the mission statement of this area... Oh, did I really get stuck again? I mean, that's a risk I run with how I play hard and loose with physics, though. So, okay, let's just take it a bit farther. Ugh. Ugh. Also, fun fact, I just made it go back to where it started. Well, I think that's a fine enough demonstration of what that is. So let's head back. There we go. That is something to look forward to next time I decide to showcase this house, which will be soon, actually, because I'm almost level 9. This house is as it is, and we're not even max level yet. So here we have the hidden bookcase room, or hallway. I actually have some real bookcases to make it a pain in the ass to traverse, because otherwise you can just click through. Because even though they exist after clicking it. They don't have collision. So you just put a real bookcase behind it just to mess with people. Okay. Here we have our first fake out for a room. This isn't a hidden room. This is a hidden not room. There's no room behind that yet. Okay, so we are going to the last of the OGs, and the first wall clip that I ever designed in this house. I put some pretty cool stuff here. You might recognize this chair. This chair takes us back to this room, which is nice. And here we have one of my better hidden rooms, because it's just in the start. I made this area with the intent of just like chilling and watching people enter the house, unbeknownst, because who the hell looks at the ceiling in the first room? Doesn't have the best of views though, but you know, it is what it is. Also, this is a relic from when this area was a jump puzzle rather than a trash, a stack of trash. The trash staircase. Okay. Also, this bench is the one that you can see from the outside. It takes us back into this area. And then we use this area over here to clip back into this house proper. Now, let us go to the left. Also, by this point, do you think we have passed the secret room yet? Well, think about it. So here we have a lot of banners. We have some expensive inscription-made bookcases that I made. Because earlier in expansion, I went and crafted like 5 of these and sold 3. It was pretty good gold. Still, furniture in this game, has been pretty decent gold, though it feels like I'm selling battle pets, where it's just like, you put it on the auction house, you pray it sells, it doesn't sell, and then a week later, it's gone. Okay, but I'm sure you're all dying to see what's under the bookcases. I'm actually real proud of this one. This one's diabolical work. Because here we go, and we have the lull room. A lot of people have ideas for what to use for Nixia's head. Sorry, perverts. This is the best way to use Nixia's head. You use it as an emote to mock people who fall through your house that has an entire floor made of secret bookshelves. And also we have a clip into the next area. Initially I had this bookcase, or the book puzzle, but it was such a pain in the ass trying to actually get the jumps right that I just made some journalist mode platforms to make it easier. Incidentally, I have it set up so you can just like jump on this book to make it past. But in practice, one of my guildmates just did the obvious, where you get over here, and you just bring this back up and jump on it, rather than trying to jump puzzle onto this. I'm keeping this because I took the goddamn effort to make it, but it's one of those. I have made a house that is so intricate that I actually see real goddamn gameplay testing when I have people visit, and that is fascinating in of itself. So over here we have the entry bench, the exit bench, and we have our final environmental room. This is the first environmental room I worked on, and I am damned proud of it. I have a little composite item that I designed to look like a creature. And I'm very fond of it. Like, it's got eyes, it's got weapons. It's not the most, like... I think it's cute. And when I first saw these wires, I bought like a ton of them, and I've used them just to make this area look pretty. I also used the leftover junk because I had some leftover from the staircase. But that's not what's interesting in this room. There is an elephant in the room, isn't there? Yeah, it's this bookshelf. Bookshelf's cool, isn't it? No. This is where I'm putting the trophies for the raids. I'm a Heroic Raider plus Mythic Pluser, but since I got into housing and saw that you can get Mythic trophies, we'll see. I don't plan to join Mythic Guild. I'm not getting Quell Denos for sure. But maybe I'll get the Dream Rift one in a pug or some shit. And we'll see when the trophies actually expire. But here we go. We have yet another stacked fountain. This one, these things are not as easy. I used to just have Demon Hunter only access, because if you can't glide, are you even a human? But as I have made this place very accessible for everyone involved, even gnomes. And here we have the place, or one of my favorite little areas. I've been thinking that I want to make a composite object, or when the composite objects are usable, I want to be able to move these books, but I think I might despawn this and move this elsewhere, because I have a better place for it soon, or now, and we'll think about that later. But this is my go-to for scenic logout location that housing is supposed to provide. Also, you can see the amusing garage thing. Oh, spoiler! Yeah, we're coming through the roof. But yeah, I just think this area is really pretty, and I like it. Okay, clipping into the ceiling, because I'm sure that's what you're looking for. So we go above, we got ourselves a little hidden alcove. Wasn't too creative here, I just stuffed stuff here. But it's nice. Also, you'll note that the reason why the moon is all light is having a thunderstorm is because I put a whole bunch of coils behind it. I wasn't super satisfied with the effects, granted, but at the same time I think it still looks kind of cool. Eventually I might move these coils to something else, but right now they're fine. And let's see if we get clipped out. We did. So far we've seen basically every hidden room in the house. And we're hitting the moment of truth. Where do you think I'm going to be going to find the smug room, which I have not demonstrated yet? Not to the left here. Gonna take a second. Which way do you think? Is it this way and among the environmental room in this direction? I guess I already skipped the other environmental room. Is it behind this area? Is it connected to the ceiling? Okay, here we go. We're taking a straight shot to it. And we're going over here. We're going over here. And I missed the jump, but doesn't matter because my main's a demon hunter, and that helps a lot with navigating this house. And the answer is this one closet is the secret room. It's really easy to forget it's here because it's basically the passageway to this room. But you'll note on this side there is a window blocking. On the other side there is the creature. Now how do you enter? Keep in mind this is... I made the challenge of if someone can find this house or find this room and take a screenshot, I would buy them or make them an enchant. And the answer is you go over here because you clip in from the outside. So if you get to the edge, and then there is a very well hidden chair right here. And that allows you to clip into this room the correct way. Welcome to Smug's room. It's all Void themed. It's got some Demon Hunter shenanigans. And my very proud work of the coffin bed with the Rendori sleeping bag superimposed onto a coffin to make a impromptu and hilarious little bed. This character's not exactly a vampire, but at the same time, I feel like a Void Demon Hunter having a coffin bed isn't the most out there concept. Also, I really like the mix of like Void and paintings. I think it just gives it a nice little bit of flavor. If you like this so far, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed seeing this house. I hope this gives some inspiration. I had a lot of fun with making this challenge. I'm pretty sure my guild had fun. Like the people in my guild who tried looking around, I've gotten a lot of positive comments saying, "Hey, this is really cool." I have some people who said, "Hey, jackass, give me my enchant." And also, more importantly, let me demonstrate one last thing before we go. I have an exit to this room. This is the only way to actually exit this room. But you might be thinking, how the hell did anyone even find this room? I will have you know that when I announced this challenge, 2 hours later, the guy who I stole the clipping idea from found the room. And I was like, God damn, how did you do that? I thought I hit it like... I thought I hit it so well that I was gonna have to like outright tell one or two people how to get it. And he finds it in 2 hours. And you know what he did? He's a hunter, and he used Eagle Eye outside. Because you could. He looked at the house from below and figured out where the hidden room was, but because he figured out the blueprint of the house by looking like underneath it. And I'll try to demonstrate that before I get clipped. Rather, I think what I'll do is I'll do the closing statements. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was inspirational. That'd be nice. I am an advocate for making housing into an impromptu form of PvP, where you make jump puzzles, you make places for people to interact with. You make non-jump puzzles. Just something like a pseudo escape room type thing. Like just things to mess with people. Using housing like that, I think, is a unrealized resource, because so far you've got a lot of wholesome stuff, and I think that's great. I love the RP houses. I love the people who are making like super detailed things that are beyond me. But I think having houses or housing challenges and just like goofy houses where it's just like, have you been to this house? That's some bullshit. I think that kind of culture can grow, and I think that's nice. And I want to encourage it. And hopefully Blizzard agrees with me, so that they don't look at my house and say, yeah, you're banned for using, clipping through walls. Please. I have good intentions. I more importantly, I was having fun. Anyway, I'm going to clip through the floor now, and I'm going to try to look at the ceiling as I fall. And then I will freeze frame it so that it's easier to see what's going on. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Have a good one.